पार्वती जी एंड चियान विक्रम सर, आप दोनों के लिए एक मंगाया मैंने. I was like, नहीं, ये ऐसे ही होना चाहिए. Now that's a moment, ladies and gentlemen. That's a beautiful moment. Thank you so much, Disha ma'am, for being here and doing the honors and welcoming them. I wish वो co-host करती पूरा, but ठीक है, आगे बढ़ जाते हैं यहाँ पे. All right, Ranjit sir, first things first. You know, visuals are super striking with some unique period wala settings. Talk to us about the fact that every single time, whatever you've done, was social, political messages there, right? But this time, that slight hint of mysticism. Talk to us about that, sir.
Good morning, so good afternoon, everyone. I love magical realism. I love Naruto. I followed Naruto and also Garcia Marcos, Gabriel Marcos. Yeah, I read a lot his novels. So the magical realism I really loved, and magical realism I very much connected with that content. So I didn't use my movie before that. First I tried to use that in this movie, and also this movie in Thangalaan Dil. It is not only talk about Thangalaan present his life, and also Thangalaan had something in his mind. So that story is connected very much to mythologically. So mythological, mythological is a different on some historical things and also some beliefness. So beliefness, it is kind of magical things, it is true or not true, it's a depend on beliefs. So I wanted to use that craft magical realism. It will be connect to that audience. So I wanted to convey. I wanted to connect with that a magical realism thing through that the mythological story. Yeah, I'm trying like that.
Identify with. Thank you, Ranjit, for that effort, and we are so happy that we were also part of that in very powerful voice that you possess. And thanks a lot for being so patient and listening to my ramble, if it was it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much to Amchi Mumbai one more time, sir.
Thank you.
कैसा लग रहा है?
Really happy to be here. It's amazing. You know that Bombay has so many films happening here, but yet when I entered this room to see that love, that smiles on your face, the excitement to take pictures and videos, that's really, something that I'm not going to forget. It's really memorable to think that you guys take cinema so seriously. Thank you for accepting us here, and thank you for your lovely introductions. Always whenever you do this, I'll always think, do I really deserve this? I feel very humbled by all this. Every time you speak, it's so very beautiful, the way you exude so much of confidence in our product, like it's your very own, which it is actually at the moment. Thank you so much for that. Every single time I have from PS before. And I just want to thank my cast and crew, especially my director, Ranjit, for giving me such a fantastic role. I wouldn't call it a role, I would just call it like another identity of mine, which he helped me discover. And I'm so glad I discovered Thangalaan. And I'm so glad that I discovered with somebody as beautiful and as passionate about my work as she is about hers. And we really discovered our roles in this as Thangalaan and Gangama. See, it became Gangama, Thangama. Wow! It couldn't get closer than that. But I couldn't have done this. All the scenes, when you see the film, you'll enjoy the romance between us. We are happily married with 5 children. The eldest is about 22, he's capable of getting married and having children of his own. The youngest is about 3, but we still are in love, very much in love, and whatever the scenes we have together, I couldn't have done it with anybody but you, Parvati. Thank you for being my Gangama and for being that beautiful buffer for my soul in this movie. And Ranjit, I love him for this role. I've done some remarkable roles in my career, but Thangalaan is super special to me. And it's something that I'm always going to remember, and I think I'm going to show it to my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren with a lot of love, if I'm still around then. But it's a very special film, and you're going to love this film because it's got wonderful performances. Like Parvati was saying, Malavika is so ferocious. You will see her in an AFTA, which I think is very rare on Indian cinema on screens. And Pasupati and Hari and Preeti and Ashokan and everybody is a performer in this movie. And all of us felt that this was more than a movie. It was all like pieces of our souls just coming together in one creation, and we just gave it our all. And you could see it in, I think, in everything. There are making videos too, where you'll see the turmoils we went through and the rigors we were put through. And it was really tough. It was very, very difficult essaying our roles and trying to bring this to life. It's a film about adventure, about fantasy, about magical realism. It's got magic in it, and but it's also real. He's trying to make us look in through that window into another era and to actually witness something. I mean, I'm sure if there are history books which can have this, I'm sure they would identify with the costumes, the weapons we use, the materials we use. He's tried to be as authentic as possible. A lot of research has gone into it, but at the same time, he's got a very poignant message that he wants to deliver, which has not been the prime focus of the movie. He's made a very entertaining film, a very captivating film, but with a message which I'm sure all of it... No, I'm kidding. It's not that. I mean, I've done films for free too. When I was less ambitious, till my wife called me up one day and said, hey, we need food on the table. So it's changed after that. But I love acting from when I was a kid. From my 3rd grade, I've been only wanting to act. I wouldn't even study, and I've been beaten blue, black, because all I could imagine was this guy walking on a street and people calling him and saying, hey, can you sign a picture in an autograph, or can we have a picture with you? That's always been my dream. Cinema has always been my passion, my dream, and every time I do a role, I try to do something that's very far from me, and I think Thangalaan is just another repercussion of that want. It's the want to work on great characters with great directors like Ranjit. All my directors have inspired me through all my characters. Work with great technicians and artists like Parvati, Malavika, Daniel, Pasupati. We've had such wonderful... I've had a really nice travel through cinema, and this again will be like one of my very special films. And yeah, the role, I think when you see the film, you will... a lot of people in the South have identified with what we went through, and they've all loved the performances. So it is very flattering, and like I said earlier, very humbling when we hear such great stuff about us and about the movie. And I'd like to take this opportunity on this stage to thank all the people who have watched the film till now in all languages and made it what it is. It's very difficult for a film like this to reach a wide audience like that. And thanks to my producer Nyanavel and Ranjit for such a wonderful opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Loincloth. Dhoti is a lot. Dhoti comes till here. It's the loincloth.
Bharti ma'am ka tir hai udhar se.
What should I say, ma'am? I would say, I think that was the, you know, I was telling someone earlier today, and you keep taking boxes, and this is the role I want to do, this is what I want to do on a role, I want an introduction fight. Like in PS1, I want that introduction on a horse with my hair flying, a competition with the mane of the horse, you know, it's as glorious as that, stuff like that. Or you have an introduction fight, and then you have these dialogues and blah, blah, blah. But the first tick is always like, how am I going to look? And I think the loincloth, the langot, is it langot in Hindi? Yeah, but this is it's like a thong actually, it's a loincloth. But that would be the first box that you need to tick before you move on, and I'm sure most people would balk at it or be a little, like, you know, apprehensive about it. But I was seeing the role more than that, and finally when I did, I was like, it was a huge step for me. The first day, of course, all of us were a little shy, and we kept doing that until we noticed that everybody was actually dressed the same way, and then it became very cool, to a point that when Ranjit and all of them used to be in shorts and glares, and of course they were very stylish, blah blah. But apart from them, if an outsider came into the location, we used to laugh at them because they've been branded clothes and glares, and they'd be like shielded from the sun, and we all look at them very funnily. Why are they so overdressed? I mean, poor people. You know, we actually looked at them like that, and I'm not even joking. It's not that it's about that or it's liberating or whatever. It's something so beautiful. I mean, just being, I mean, it was like in the purest form, going back in time and all that. And I loved the way I looked, and I really miss not being in that right now. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, of course you rock. All right, I won't keep you waiting. So we'll take the